Hey, hello guys, this is your gamer Suji here, and first off, I'll start apologizing for my mistake in my last video. If anyone had seen it, it would have ended real abruptly, like product by gamer Suji. That's how it ends. I don't remember it quite right, but sorry for that. I should have added some ending note. Uh, so I didn't do that. So let me get to the interesting part. At least it's interesting for me. So as you've seen the title, this is another project review. So it's about me reviewing stuff of my own stuff that I make. It sounds weird, but not to me. It's my idea, obviously. So yeah. So what up? So this video, this is what game is it? If you ask, if you'd ask me that question, if you don't, it's fine. But if you ask me that, it's a VR game. I wouldn't even call it a game. If you had seen my first vlog, and if you had seen the first vlog, you would have known that I wouldn't call this I wouldn't call this an actual game. I would call it a tutorial because it was intended to be a tutorial for an actual game, but in turn, due to wrong turn of events, it got really bad. It got worse, and I've made a huge mistake in the process of creating the game, and it ended up nasty. And it took me literally 2 months to complete the tutorial process. And the tutorial process took me 2 months, as I've said earlier. So why was that? So the problem initially that I had with the development was when I started out the game. The game was all about like it's like a jigsaw puzzle for a VR jigsaw puzzle. It's more of a VR jigsaw puzzle where you pick up some spare parts for maybe a cycle or car, and you put them together in the right order. When they come together in the right order, you will see for yourself that you've created something. So I don't you can walk in the game. I don't render you crippled there, so you can walk around in game. You can pick all the stuff you want and you can put them together in the way that you see fit, and then if you're right, you'll get a bicycle or something. So the initial scope of the game was to the first thing that this was meant to be an experience where this delivery boy, this naughty kid, the game's name is actually Delivery Boy. So I named him Delivery Boy because this is a kid who's kind of naughty, but he loves doing his job. So this guy, he comes out of his house and see his cycle being all over the place, mangled. So he picks up all the stuff, he puts them together, and he gets the thing right, and he writes it. So he writes out of he lives in a small town where all these boxy characters live. So he goes out of his house, out of his actual fence, and he sees all the characters, and now he does his job where he picks up stuff and delivers to other people. So this was supposed to be a very small experience thing that people would love playing. People, I thought so. So I did that. So when I started doing it, initially when I came up with the whole game idea, it was after I completed the whole jigsaw thing, because the jigsaw part I thought was something that was supposed to be handled before the actual development. I was right about it, because when you start something before development, I think when you start developing something before the actual scope was made, it's good, because the core things are to be made that way. But you cannot add some sophisticated scope after creating the core process. That's something that you will get wrong, or that you will be wrong if you do that, because I did that. Because after creating the core process, I thought I was done, and I thought of going through the game. I thought of creating the rest of the stuff, the rest of the functionalities that require to complete the actual experience thing that I've talked about, where this guy goes out deliver stuff. So I thought, okay, let me do that then. But initially I want to test it with someone, so I tested it with my father. So when I gave it to my father, like my father doesn't know what an AR is, or VR or VR is. This is a VR thing, and I made it with an Oculus Gear VR, so it's simple to handle though, but still he he didn't find it really helpful and intuitive. He was asking me all the way what to do now, what to do here, and he got stuck somewhere around some house, and he rammed himself towards an house and thought it wasn't him. I clearly know when your user is doing something wrong, it's 80-90 percentage of the time it's the designer's fault. So I thought, I blamed myself for being being a horrible designer. So I was right at that point. What I thought of doing was, this was the right thing I thought of doing, was to create a proper tutorial, because every time when you open a Gear VR app, if you are a gamer or any if you are of the younger generation, I think you'd pick it up very easily. It'd be really easy for you. But if you are part of older generation, you got a huge learning curve. So I don't want that to happen with my VR app or game. So I thought of a VR experience. So I thought of improving it with a proper tutorial. So I started this thing. So my scope was initially to create a proper experience, then it turned out to be a proper tutorial. So I thought that was a good thing. So I started this tutorial thing. I took it off, and halfway through the process I realized there was a point where you use your controller and you picked something up. So you see a text over your head. You can tap the touchpad and you can pick stuff up. But people who haven't seen a controller before in their life, they do not know what a touchpad is. And if you give them this controller, wait, I'll pick my controller. This is the controller. If you haven't seen a touchpad, if you haven't seen a DualShock controller before or any other controller before, you would not know what a touchpad is, because we already know the smooth thing would always be the touchpad. If you give it to any gamer or any new generation kids, maybe for kids of 1990s, they would easily figure it out. Even guys, tech kids of 1980s, 70s, they would pick it off very easily, but not my father or mother. And I wouldn't call them dumb, but they do some smart stuff, smarter than mine. So I want them to pick it off real easy. So I thought of having a video after that image comes up. So it will literally tell you, hey, touch this touchpad. After that, you can pick up something, and then after that you'll see a video of someone doing it. So you'll know what is going to happen next and how you are gonna be doing it. So I thought that would be really helpful. So it was middle of the I was in the middle of ending that thing, ending the whole tutorial thing. So I thought of adding this scope, but I didn't really think it through. I thought so I went through I used a shortcut to create this little shit, I would call it, and little shit in the sense the video idea. I couldn't call it shit. I was the shit because I didn't properly think it through. So I was in the middle of I thought I saw a shortcut, but wasn't really a shortcut. It was a fucking trap. I got into the trap. I got stuck. I didn't know what to do else, because I thought this was an easy way around to post a video right after the image the very first time, because the very first time it gives you the video, and actually it will first show you how to do stuff, and then it will show the video of someone doing it, and then again it will show the image again of how to do that stuff again, and then again it will show you the video, and it'll be in an ever-going loop. So when you pick up that stuff, the loop will end and we'll go to the next image. It was all working fine. But when the next image came and its video came along with it, it was a massacre. It was a mess. So I don't have video for every single instruction. Simple instruction doesn't require some, like moving forward doesn't require anyone showing someone moving forward. So I didn't do that. So when I reached that point, I thought, okay, this would be the problem, that would be the problem. So I kept thinking, I kept changing stuff. I even at one point thought of changing the entire code, deleting the entire code, and start creating from the foundation. And I tried doing it. So after 6 hours of work, I gave up. I thought, oh god, I'm not doing it again, because this code was completely in, what can I say? It was completely connected with another part of the code, like where the controller and the touchpad selection and the core functionality of the game are connected to. So they are all in connection. So I can't middle with them and make, if something goes wrong, everything will go wrong. Whatever I have left working would also go wrong. So I started correcting the mistakes step by step, day by day. I'll make little progress. There were weeks that I didn't do any progress at all. I felt bad about it, but I kept going. At one point, I figured out I had actually made a breakthrough, which was me finding the shortcut being a very bad mistake. So I just redesigned the shortcut, because you can only redesign the shortcut now, because you can't take away the shortcut, because the rest of the code I wrote was based on the shortcut. So another mistake I did was this: like, I thought the shortcut was going to work, and then I completed the entire code. So now all I have to do now is to complete the entire functionality. All I have to do now is to check whether it works, whether it's working or not. But it didn't work. It's not a surprise though. But for me, it was so because I'm new coder. Yes, I'm a new designer as well. I still have a lot to learn. So I did that, and it kind of went well. I would say it kind of went well. And then the redesigning part, I'm saying. So I redesigned it, and it went well, and I completed the game with very minor bugs. There are bugs still here and there. It happens at some point, but not always. It's some minor computational issue. I have to solve it as well. But alas, I've completed the game. It's a patch of work. This is not a complete thing. So it's not where you cannot really rely on it. So what I did was I kind of thought not to continue this process of creating the experience thing. So I stopped it right there. I ceased it, and I thought of cutting it down and I concentrated more on completing the game, adding in the proper post-processing effects. So I added after that I added few post-processing effects after completing the game. Completing what I call a game. I started doing the post-processing effects. They came up pretty good, and added few animations here and there. Added proper sounds. Sorry I couldn't show you sounds because can't show you sounds. I can make you listen to it, but I can't do it because I'll be recording it with my Gear VR app, and it doesn't support sound. It only supports video. So when I'm going to show you the game, it's going to be a briefly long gameplay session, but don't worry, I'll be accompanying you with my voice. If you think that's voice, you can mute it, please. Sorry, I have to bear it with me. And otherwise, this is what I went through the entire process, and I learned a bit of optimization and the mistakes and overcoming my mistakes part, and I've learned about that a lot, and I've learned that I should never give up even if my code becomes a fucking mess. You shouldn't, because time and effort will always cure anything. They will cure anything, but you have to put constant deliberate effort and hope towards your product, and they will be completed. But times you might have to give up, because the way when I say give up, you shouldn't give up on the entire product. You should stop working on it. At least reduce the scope. Like I thought of making a big experience. I reduced it to a point. Like I ended it up with just a tutorial. I don't know whether this is the right way of doing it, but this is one thing I would suggest you, because I now have a completed game, and I have confidence that I can do something more than that. So it's about time that I show you guys what I've been working on. So here it goes, I guess. No, wait, did I forget to tell you guys something else? Yeah, I learned a bit about optimization and level design as well. So the thing is, level design is something hard to come by, because when I started out designing 3D this game, this was like my first 3D game that I designed. I put proper assets inside. I was really bad at it. I placed parts where people will not actually look at. So when I said I reduced the scope of it, I really reduced it. Like I've reduced the you can actually move in my game, but I've reduced it to a point where like you can only move towards a certain part of the games, and you can't go away from I cannot go over it. Like you can only stay within the range of the boundary that I've given. They've made the boundary really smaller, so the part behind the parts behind the buildings, I made it null, so you don't have anything behind those buildings, something like that. So it reduced the load on my game, and it also made the gameplay better. I think that would that actually improvised my designing skills. So thank you for listening to this. I didn't come here to brag. I'm just coming here to tell you guys how reducing some scope and improvising and trusting on your skills would like it would lead you to get a place. It's not great though, but still I love it. So uh, thank you for watching this, and I'll be showing you the video shortly. I mean, the next frame. Hi guys, welcome to the Delivery Boy. So if you had seen the video before, welcome again. So this is not the Delivery Boy, this drone. This drone is meant to walk us through the whole tutorial thing that I've been talking about. Hi Mac. Yes, we are Mac. Who is playing the game is Mac. Since I'm playing, I'm Mac now. And this is Boombot. His friends call him Baby. But I wonder where his friends are. I see no one here. I've been sent to assist you. Yeah, he's gonna assist us through the process and everything. So he is teaching us how to hold a touchpad and cast a selection ray. So you see, we have a controller here, and we have this very same thing. If you happen to hold the touchpad, that's the round thing there. It's gonna cast a selection ray like this. Yes, cool. Yeah, how cool of me, right? So now use it to acknowledge by casting the ray on this next button. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try doing it. See, it works. Yay! Now grab the part by casting the ray right on the white sphere. I think I might able to do that, but it'd be better if I could see some example like this video thing. Now grab the part by casting the ray right on the white sphere, but I didn't see it right. It was too fast for me, so I'm gonna see it again. Yeah, I think I can do this now. Wow, cool. Awesome. You can hold the trigger and move towards the direction you are looking at. Okay, so that's the trigger. So this right here is the trigger. Move towards here by looking in this direction by holding the trigger. Okay, I need to move forward, I guess that's what they mean. Okay, so if I press this, I'm gonna move forward. Yes, I moved forward. Good. Yeah, move forward. It's an accomplishment. I love how the mountains are up here. I know it's super realistic, but I love it. Now follow me. Alright, I'm gonna follow you, the Delivery Boy. I'm the Delivery Boy. I'm gonna deliver anything today, because that's how I designed the game. How pathetic of me. Okay, now follow me. I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna press the trigger and move forward in whichever direction. It's not necessary that I move forward. I can move zigzag if I want to. And you're a fast learner, aren't you? Yes, I am. You understood. Finally, someone understood. My parents didn't. Now use the marker to target the red sphere and place the part right over there. Okay. Arrow mark is obstructing my view. Okay. I have to pick up a part and place it on the red sphere. Okay, I already have a part. I don't have to pick up anything right here. Like this, so awesome! Yay! Let me clap hands for myself because but I can't. I don't have hands.
I have a controller. You now know enough to do stuff on your own. Yeah, I do know. For beginners, let's start with building a bicycle. Okay, let's build a bicycle. Best of luck, Mac. Alright. I see a path there. I see a path there, right in front of me. Okay. Alright. Okay, it went right below me. Got a path right here. Looks so small. Oh, I got a nice little car. My neighbor got a better car. He got a red car. That's not fair. And that guy over there got a van. Huh? That's never fair. Okay, I think this is where the seat goes. Looks cool. I've got 2 more parts in my view. 3 more, I guess. 3 more parts in my view. Alright. Which one should I go for first? I think I'm going for the gear. Got the gear. Oh, the gear looks cool. Alright. Alright. Where should I place the gear? Okay. Let me place it right here. Can I reach? Oh, I'm a lazy person. I wouldn't go there. Alright. I put the wheel up here. And let me go for the, what do you call this? My father told me this should be called as a frame. Let's call it a frame then. Frame. Hi, frame. Let me get back. Okay, I'll place it here. Alright, now I need to search for more. I need to, just so you know, you can place things wrong if you want. Like, oh, you can get it back and put it right here if you want. Alright, now, I think, oh, alright. I noticed this first because I noticed that cool freaking cart up there. Wow, he got a cart as well. That's cool. That's cool. I always wanted a cart while I was a kid. I'm gonna use one now. Oh, I got it back. Okay, I'm gonna press, get it there, and I'm gonna move forward. Alright. Okay, I can't turn properly because my knee in the real world is hitting at a bench. So I gotta move a bit, and so if it had made any noise. Okay, I got the another wheel. Got you. Got the last part. Oh, yellow car like me. It was actually red, green actually. It shows up as red. I don't know why. All right, got another wheel. So I think that's the final part I need to get. Oh god, I have things made wrong here. So look. All right. All right. I'm getting this here. I'm getting this there. All right. Got it right, I guess. Hey! I got the whole thing right. Yay! You got it right. If you hear the sound, I hope you hear the sound because I hear people clapping at me here. Thank you for playing. Yeah, I thank myself for playing here actually in a way because I'm at this game. So, game by Gamer Suji. Yes, I'm Gamer Suji here. So you guys know. So guys, here I mark the end of a very beautiful game called the Delivery Boy. I would try and expand this game in the near future, but I don't know. It's not like I lost interest on VR games. It's like I need a break so I can concentrate on the game that I'm working on at office. So I'm gonna do that constantly. So thank you for watching this whole video, and I hope you like the view and like the game. If you have any comments on this one, please do post it. I'll be very grateful for that. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll be making more soon in the near future. Thank you.